What's good, people? About to randomly relate. Reverse rants, no hate. All right, so look, here's what I'm talking about. George Foreman, he made a comment. He said, not just a comment, he said that Muhammad Ali said that he was afraid to fight Mike Tyson. Okay. And I saw the video, I heard different people elaborate on what he said. But look, let's just get to some basic points about that whole thing. First off, I don't know what Ali told him personally, but reality is for me, I feel like that's not something that you need to even talk about, not to protect Ali's image, anything like that, because reality is reality. And the reality is we'll never know who would have won between those two, regardless to what we think. But I'm pretty sure if he told you that, if he told George that, it wasn't something that like he's, oh man, I'm scared. I'm scared of Mike Tyson. You know, um what I mean, to me it means nothing. It doesn't hurt Ali's credibility and it doesn't boost up Tyson. It doesn't do anything. It's just George running his mouth. Let's be realistic, right? George made a comment about something that I feel like he shouldn't have. Everything is not for the world to hear, but it's no big deal. Muhammad Ali set on Arsenio Hall show. And then surprisingly, Arsenio surprised Ali and brought out Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike Tyson. And Ali was sitting there and Arsenio goes, what's wrong? Like, and Ali points at Tyson. He said, he scares me. And then they asked who would win in their prime. Ali's like, oh, I was the dance master, and I didn't hit that hard, but, when I dance and move, and if he hits me, I'm out. And Tyson's going, man, there's no way. He's got beat Shavers, Foreman guys that hit way harder than me. And this guy, I know I'm great, but this guy's the greatest of all time. I could never beat out. This is Mike Tyson saying that. So the same way Ali said that, I mean, is that any different from Larry Holmes getting crushed by Mike Tyson and then Mike Tyson saying, if he was in his prime, it would have been different, man. I mean, he's a great, great champion. I was just an honor to be in the ring with him, but it would have been different if he was in his prime. Is that any different? Is that any different from Holmes crushing Ali and then saying, if Ali was in his prime, I could never beat him? Is that any different? But saying that he's scared of him. People said Ali was scared of Sonny Liston. He didn't fight him like he was scared. I mean, just because someone says something. Oscar De La Hoya, I think it was the Arsenio Hall show, and he said, I noticed you never look your opponents in the eyes. He said, some of my opponents are very scary. You understand? Sugar Ray Leonard had that same, he didn't look his opponents in the eye. He'd always look down. A lot of fighters do that. Michael Moore did that. That doesn't mean you're afraid of your opponents. It's just a psychological thing they do to not break their concentration and other things. It's a psychological thing. But, I mean, I just feel like everything is not meant to repeat. But Mike said that on the Arsenio Hall show. Ali said that on the Arsenio Hall show. That it was no big secret that he made that comment. But, like, to say Mike, like, Ali told me, that to me is like, come on, man. That's some rat type. If he even said it to you, why are you saying it? And especially now, like, Mike Tyson's coming back to fight. And it's not a big deal. But, like, what's the purpose of all that, right? What does it mean? Nothing. Jack Thriller interviewed Mike Tyson. Same question. So who wins in their prime? Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson? And Mike said, look, let me tell you something, man. He said this guy Ali fought Joe Frazier and said, this is the closest I ever come to dying. And this guy's punching and never stop punching no matter how tired he gets. I'm looking at that and I'm like, man, ain't no way I could beat that motherfucker. That came out of Mike Tyson's mouth. So the same way George says Ali said he was afraid of Mike Tyson, he's afraid of him. First of all, they were not even, Mike was a little kid, man, when Ali was fighting. So Mike wasn't even born I mean, come on, when he first started fighting. So to say he was afraid to fight him, what you mean he was afraid to fight him? I mean, by the time Mike came onto the scene, Ali was already far gone. Like, what are we talking about here, man? You know, what are we talking about? So, I mean, I just thought that was corny. That was real corny. Like, George, come on, man. Even if Mike said that to you, why would you go and what are you trying to accomplish by saying that? I'm not going to try to stir the pot and whatever, bring up this and remember this and that, whatever. It doesn't mean anything. But that comment really meant nothing as far as I'm concerned. It like I said, it doesn't hurt Ali any kind of way. For people that think Mike would beat Ali, they're oh yeah, see, I told you. Even Ali said it. Whatever. Vice versa. Um, I don't. If they had to fight each other, do you think Ali would? I'm scared of this guy, man. No, Ali would have went there just like he did against Liston, Foreman, anybody else to go out there and try to win a fight, man. I said before, I think that Ali beats Tyson. I think skill for skill, man, it's like these guys were just both, but I think the difference is look, Ali, what he has in here, and in here, is tougher than what Tyson has. And Ali was battle tested, you know, against guys. He had to do his thing to win his fights the way he had to win. And Ali was getting knockouts when he was in his younger years. He wasn't quite the same when he came back. He was still getting knockouts here and there, but he wasn't the same fighter. Just like Mike wasn't the same fighter before he went to prison. Mike wasn't the same fighter. But I always said in their primes, I mean, we'll never know. It ain't like I think Ali would go in and just walk through Tyson or vice versa. No. But people that say he would knock Ali out, let's not forget, he went the distance with Tony Tucker in his prime. He went the distance with James Quick Tillis in his prime. He dropped him twice and went the distance with him. He went the distance with Bone Crusher. I mean, Vince Blood Green. Are these guys as good as Ali? I think, like I said, I remember people asking me Prime Holmes and Prime Ali. I say Prime Ali beats Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes is tough. He's a solid fighter. Prime Ali beats Larry Holmes. And the same question, Prime Holmes versus a Prime Tyson. I think a Prime Tyson beats Holmes. I think the Holmes Tyson fight, a Prime Holmes, I think it looks a lot like Tyson versus Tony Tucker, where he's trying, he's shooting that jab, but he's moving, he just can't get out of the way of some of them shots, and Mike's just on him. I don't think Holmes could beat Tyson at any stage. I just think Tyson would beat him, and I think Ali's movement, his ability to understand it, like, okay, this guy's dangerous, and I just think Ali sticks and moves like he needs to. I think he frustrates Tyson, and I think that he just winds up outpointing Tyson, and I think he gets the win in that sense. I think that and the more he starts, the fight goes, and he's moving and moving, and tying Mike up and talking shit to him and getting. I just think that he wins because of what's inside more. That brings out the win. That's the way, if that makes sense to you guys. But that's what I see. It's not like we'll never know, man. The fight could went different. We don't know, But I've never seen anybody knock Ali out or close to knocking him out. And like I said, Mike in his prime went the distance with four guys that was nothing nowhere near as good as Muhammad Ali, man. Okay. But yeah, at the end of the day, I just thought that was corny what George did, man. Anyway, that's all I want to say on that. Catch y'all on the next video.